been watching, you know that I'm not real happy how they had these lights. So I just went and remade them. I didn't have beads big enough to put the bulb down in, so I've got these little white pony beads. So I disassembled everything and glued pony beads on top of the bulb and did a little paint here to color the wire. This part, I just glued it down in the hole. It's kind of in the front, and it still looks nice. And when you put it on the battery, it's actually a glowing light now instead of whatever it was before. I just think it looks better. As you can see, they just look so much better. Here's the side one. They're not perfectly straight, but it just looks nicer. It looks like an actual light. And here is the large roof that we did first. I took out the beads. I did have some breakage. So if you're going to use this method, you should do it right off the bat. Any bead that's big enough to fit that light bulb, and then just work the wood part around it. As I said on these, I just stuck the bead in that little divot, and this is just on the front side of it. It works great. It looks better. Of course, you have to make a few adjustments for gluing it on here, but nothing dramatic. It's just gluing. Now, the beads we had in the last kit would have easily slipped right over these lights, but unfortunately I don't have any of those beads. I wish I did, because they would have been big enough to fill up this whole space in here, like these original beads. They were this big, but these have very small holes in them. So I think if the kit would have just came with a different size bead, it would have been fine. And on these, we just want to anchor the wire off to this back side that doesn't have the decorative wood on it. And no, they're not dead center. In fact, they didn't have them being glued in the center. They had them off to the side of the one roof. So this is fine, and we'll be able to adjust this later. And so for this light, they just had the bulb hanging down naked between all these floral shades. So I went ahead and put a white and a pale blue pony bead on here, glued it right onto the bulb to kind of cover it up, and I think it looks much better. It doesn't look so glaring. It has a little better light to it. I could have brought it down a little farther, but now when it hangs, it just looks more natural instead of having a bare bulb hanging out.